We're going to make one of these wire bracelets. I've made one in silver and one in gold. So to make one of these bracelets, what you will need, first of all, we start with the tools. You'll need round nose pliers. You'll need flat nose pliers, chain nose pliers, flush cutters, a hammer. This is optional, a hammer with a block and a bit of cloth to put over it. You're going to need a ruler, and also what you're going to need is some wire to cut. You're going to need some jewellery making wire. This is 22 gauge and you're going to cut 7 centimetres off of it. To make this bit here is the wire. So this is cut 7 centimetres. Both of them are 7 centimetres. So you have to cut 7 centimetres. But if you want it bigger or smaller, that's absolutely fine. But that's what I am. So this is 22 gauge. So I'm going to cut 7 centimetres off of it. Jewellery making wire. You'll also need some chain of your choice. See, there's a dainty chain. So I've got this jewellery making chain. You're just going to cut enough to make the bracelet part, however big you want it. So we're going to cut this as well. Or I might try it with this one. But I think it looks better with a dainty chain. But if you haven't got a dainty chain, you can use a thicker chain if you want. But I just think it looks better with dainty chain. But it depends on what you have. And also you're going to need some kind of clasp. This is a lobster clasp that opens up here. You're going to need a large jump ring, which is here. This is a large jump ring here. And also you'll need a smaller jump ring. So a small jump ring here, larger jump ring here. And you can either put the bracelet on another jump ring here. So you'll need 4 jump rings, which is like 3 smaller ones and 1 larger one. Or if you're not going to use a jump ring for here, you can just thread the chain onto the wire here. Like that. So let's begin. So what we're going to do first is get out the wire and measure it. I'm going to cut it to, I'll just cut it to 7 centimetres because that's what I did before. But you can try it to have other sizes really. So 7 centimetres roughly, here we are. Just going to put that where my finger is. I'm going to pick up my flush cutters. And the back, I'm going to use the back of the cutters, the flat side, and you're going to just cut it like that. Wash your fingers and give it a cut. So you've cut it nice. And then you're going to pick up your round nose pliers, which are these, and you're going to hold the end, and you're going to slowly turn it to make a little hoop. You don't need to close it because you're going to need, you don't need to close it fully really. I'm just going to bring it together like that. So it's just like a P shape. So we've made one on one side. Then we're going to pick up our pliers. We're going to pick up our flat nose pliers. And we are going to start to make like the zigzag here. So you're going to just clamp it in like that. Clamp it and then turn like that. Turn it like that. So you've made one. Then you're going to go back in, clamp it, and then you're going to go up. Like that. So you're going to form like an abstract, kind of like an abstract. So you're going to form like an abstract sort of look. I'm going to just turn it this way. Sort of like that. It's going to be kind of abstract. Then I'm going to go back in. And then turn it this way. Then I'm going to turn it again. turn it like that way, like that. Do about 3 or 4. Grab it again and bring it that way. And when you grab it, you see like this has got a point here and this point is a bit different, more broad, because it was the way that I was holding the flat nose pliers. So when I get my flat nose pliers, I would have it more here, more like here. So then I can bend it again. So the V, it's like a V shape, like that. And then I'll get back in and bring it back up like that. So it's going to be a little bit wonky. So we're going to straighten it up a little bit. Going to give it a little fix here. Squeeze it like that. And then we're going to go to the end and make another hoop. Another one of these. And when you make the other hoop, have it going the same way as this one. Like this hoop is up and going round. So pick up your round nose pliers and go to the end and make a loop. Bring it up and make a loop like that. And you can almost close it. Just going to bring it together like that. So it should look like this, a bit like this, where you got both of the hoops facing upwards and coming inwards. Like that. So it should look something like that. So now that this is done, what I'm going to do, if you have a hammer and the block, you're going to put the block down. I'll put this bit of cloth over it, and then I'm going to hammer it. The reason I'm going to hammer it is just to make it strong and keep it in shape, but it's not essential. I'll just give it a little hammering. If you hammer a lot, oops, you can hammer it as much as you want. So you see I've hammered it now. And you just would keep it shaped more. But I mean, it's quite a strong wire anyway, because this is like 22 gauge. It's strong wire, so it will keep the shape. I just felt like, you know, giving it a little bang. Right, so the next thing is we're going to put this chain on. Right, so if you're going to, you can either thread on the chain. Let me get the chain. Got 2 bits of chain, and I'm going to thread it on. So you just measure how much you want. You could either have like the bracelet could hang that way or more up there. So I've got my little bit there. And I've got a nice bit of chain. So you can either thread it on. Let me open this a little bit. If it's a bit too open, then you can pick up your pliers, your flat nose pliers, and just open it a little bit. And then you can thread it on like that. So you thread it on like that, hold it, and then you can close it like that. Now, if you want to just feel to put on a jump ring, like on my silver one, sorry, they've got a bit tangled up now. Silver one, you can see that I've got a jump ring on there, but this one I haven't. So if you fancy the jump ring, then you'll pick up your jump ring now, the small one. Got a little jump ring here, or you could use a bigger jump ring, it's up to you. And then we're going to open it. We're going to get the flat nose pliers, and sometimes I just use my hand and just open it across. So it's open like that. We're going to pick up our bracelet, and we're going to just put that on here. And then we're going to hook it on like that. you find that the bracelet's a bit open, then you can just bring it together like that. Kind of bring it and close that hook like that. So now that we've got the open jump ring, I think that's it open enough. Open a bit more. With the open jump ring, we're going to get the other bit of chain and we're going to put it on the hoop. We're going to cut the chain afterwards, but I put that on the hoop. So just opening it and threading it on. And if you find that the bracelet's a bit open, then you can just bring it together like that. Kind of bring it and close that hook like that. So now that we've got the open jump ring, I think that's it open enough. Open a bit more. Now with the open jump ring, we're going to get the other bit of chain and we're going to put it on the hoop. We're going to cut the chain afterwards, but I put that on the hoop. So just opening it and threading it on. So all you do is thread it on. It can be a little bit tricky because it's small. And then just bring it together. Maybe I'll pick up my chain nose pliers. Grip both sides and close it together. And sometimes I flatten it down. Using my flat nose pliers. So just for demonstration, we've got a hoop on one side. See, the hoop is on there. Or you could either thread it on like that. And sometimes I have to make little adjustments if there's a gap by clamping it with the flat nose pliers and kind of just bringing it in together. And just on the other side as well. So you either choose a hoop on a jump ring on each side or just thread it on directly. So I'm going to measure it around the wrist like that and see where you want to cut it. I think I'll cut, yeah. Work out where you want to cut it. I think I'll cut it here. So you pick up your flush cutters. Cut one side. Just going to measure it again. Cut one side. I think I'll chop here. I'm going to chop that side where my finger is. Pick up my flush cutters again and use using the flat side where my thumb is. Be careful with your thumb. Cut it like that. And then you're going to put on your jump ring for one side, that is. So I like to use a largest jump ring. It's already open, so sometimes I just open it across. And then we're going to thread it on again. Sometimes I just like to use my hand. Sometimes I'll just hold it with my, I think I hold it with my flat nose pliers and, oh, got in there for, well, second attempt. So thread it all on like that. Now close it. Bring it together and close it like that. Might have to do a little bit of adjustment to close it. Maybe flatten it like that. You got the jump ring on. So we're going to pick up the smaller jump ring and the lobster clasp. So put it on the other side. So we got the lobster clasp here, the jump ring. We're going to open it up. So I'll open it up with my hand. I'll open it across and thread it on. So it should be like that. Jump ring on. Jump ring attached to the lobster clasp. Going to pick up the bracelet again and go to the other side. to thread it on. I'm going to thread it on. I've got it in. Yeah. So let's pick up the, I think I'll pick up my chain nose pliers. And I'll pick up, oh yeah, I'll pick up my flat nose pliers. So holding them like that. And then bring it together like that. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I've just got the jump ring on one side or thread it one side. But yes, I'm happy with that. Got a nice cute dainty bracelet. One with the nice ball on it. I like that this is a satellite chain with the ball, and these are traced chains. These are like dainty traced chains, and this is in silver. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I do love my bracelets. So I'll leave a link about the other style of bracelets that you can make. Thanks for watching.